Very good afternoon, Toastmasters and dear guests. Very good afternoon, Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good afternoon.
My name is Pradeep and I am the Sergeant Ram of the today's meeting. I'll also welcome everybody to 838 meeting of Middle Toastmasters Club. But before we begin, let me share you 3 ground rules that we follow in entire meeting. I request everyone, please switch off your phone or put in the silent mode. Second is that as a Toastmaster, we will not talk about sex, religion and politics topics. Third, please do not interrupt while giving a speech. Everyone has their own missions to achieve their goal. So does Toastmaster Club. The mission of Toastmaster Club is to provide supportive and positive learning which helps the members to develop their communication skill and leadership skills, which helps retain their self-confidence and personal growth. So I request everybody, please support all the speakers with your applauses and great smile. Now it's time to invite our presiding officer, who is an IT professional working as a senior architect in Erasmus, blessed with the 2 child, Advik and Divya, and currently is a VP of our Middle Toastmasters Club. Let's welcome Toastmaster Bharat.
Thank you, Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Pradeep, for setting the ground rules. I welcome you all to Medley meeting number 838. A very good afternoon and a warm welcome. With the sound of this gavel, I declare meeting number 838 open. I would like also to welcome the dignitaries who have joined here. Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas T. Abraham, the past President of Medley and the PR Communications Lead of District 120. Distinguished Toastmaster Sundararaman C., the past President of Medley and the District 120 Speakers Bureau Chair. And also like to welcome all the members who have joined us and also the guests who have joined us. I would also like to welcome the guests who have joined us. Guest Jayashree, guest Sri Annapurni, guest Srikash, guest Ramya, and guest Parthasarthi. Can we have a short introduction about what 2 guests here? Guest Jayashree, can you please come here and give us a short intro about yourself?
Hello everyone, this is Jayashree. I'm working in a HP. I'm a mother of a 3 years old girl baby. Now I'm good with my job because I was starting one mutual fund company. So I have to improve my skills. So I joined here. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Can we have guest Parthasarthi for a short intro?
I am Dr. Parthasarthi, Assistant Professor from the Department of Mathematics, Rajlakshmi Institute of Technology. My native is Tenkasi. Here I joined with my uncle, Dr. Shan.
Thank you very much. Can we have another guest intro, Sri Annapurni?
Hi everyone, myself Shri Annapurni. This is my 3rd time coming as a guest here. So yes, I hope I would be joining as a member soon. I'm working as a HR professional. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Today I'd like to share a story about one famous sculptor. So this sculptor was a world-renowned sculptor and used to create some magnificent sculptures. And he had displayed this in an exhibition. And then there were many people and aspiring sculptors who came and saw this beautiful, magnificent creation of his and got awestruck. And then they came to the sculptor and asked what is the secret and how are you able to create such wonderful sculptures. And the sculpture said the secret is but you love to see what you're creating and not just the stone. You cannot see the stone, but you love to see what you're going to create and then start your work. And all these aspiring sculptors went back and then they started working on some statues, but then they were not able to get that output. And then they came back again and then in Ask the Sculpture, we tried to do what the secret ingredient which you gave. We tried to see the sculpture and then we tried to do it, but we couldn't see it. How do you do it? And then the sculptor said, like, he went back, he took a stone and he was observing the stone. He observed the stone for a very long time and he imagined there are sculptures, there are statues in it, and then he started to do his work. In the meantime, the other sculptors went back and they did their work. And still they couldn't do what they intended to do, and then they came back. And when they came back, they saw the work the sculpture started was turned into a magnificent piece. It was a eagle which was ready to soar the sky with its wings spread across. And they still wonder, we all try to do what you did, the secret ingredient which you gave and secret you gave, but we were not able to do a product or a statue like you did. And then this sculpture, the renowned sculptor called him and said, it is not only about seeing, it is also about trusting that the statue already exists there. So then after you see, once you trust that there is a statue already existing, then the process is all about chipping away the unwanted pieces. It is just about uncovering and then trust and then uncover. So this was the ingredient or the secret he said. It is not only about seeing, but the trust, and then you start to uncover. Similarly, each and every one of us has a lot of hidden potential and talents within us. And it is just that we need to uncover them, remove or chip away the unwanted parts so that we start to exhibit something new which is already within us. And Toastmaster is one such excellent platform which not only helps us to discover something, but also to uncover ourselves and bring out the best in us. The Toastmasters is an international organization which was started 100 years ago by Dr. Rajshree Medley, and which provides a platform to develop your communication and leadership skills. To take this meeting forward, we have a Toastmaster of the Day. And today, to play the Toastmaster of the Day, we have a Toastmaster who likes to listen to music, and he believes he wants to learn more. And when he learns more, that is where he thinks there is a lot more to learn, and then he has learned very less. He is working as a software architect in a multinational company called Bombarded. And not only that, any task he takes and then he crafts it, he is also a sculptor in a way, where he brings out a magnificent product, and then it is an unimaginable output which he creates to us. And let's all welcome the Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Narendra, to take the meeting forward.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bharat, for that generous introduction. I hope I live up to your words. Fellow Toastmasters and future Toastmasters, a very good afternoon to all of you.
Good afternoon.
I'm excited to be the Toastmaster of the day because the theme that I picked for today's meeting is based on a recent experience that I've had and what I learned from it. I'm sure that when I narrate this experience, you will also relate to it, and I hope that the learnings that I'm about to share will also help you in the future if you face a similar situation. Speaking of the theme, I'm sure you would have seen it in the agenda or in the flyer. The theme of today's meeting is, anyone? I hope you've seen the agenda. Okay, it's tranquility in chaos. What does that mean? What on earth is that? Well, let me explain. We all have some personal commitments that we must attend to from time to time, or we'll have some important deadlines in our work that we must meet, or some important Toastmasters commitment that we must honor. Now imagine if the universe was playing a practical joke on you and pushed some major responsibilities on you from all these three directions at the same time. This was the situation that I faced at the beginning of this month. My father, who's usually fit as a fiddle, suddenly fell sick. He was suffering from cervical spondylitis, and he was having severe pain in his neck, and what was even worse was that he was not able to sit upright for 2 days. It took him 2 weeks to recover from this pain, and during this time, I had to take over all of his responsibilities and also make sure that I took proper care of him because I had to check in on him from time to time. At around the same time, one of my colleagues met with an accident. Thankfully, he did not suffer any major injuries, but his doctor advised him to take a few weeks off from work. So 2 of the projects that he was working on, I had to take over, in addition to the 3 projects that I was working on already. And on the Toastmasters front, I had committed to taking over the role of VPPR during this month. And of course, had I asked for help, I'm sure someone would have chipped in and would have helped me out. But I don't want to take a step forward and then take a step back. So I decided to go through that commitment no matter what. So there was multiple responsibilities coming from all different directions at the same time, and I had to keep up with them. But I was barely able to do it. During the first week, I was just hanging by the skin of my teeth. I was barely able to manage all the chaos in the situation. I was just running from one problem to another, not having any control over what was happening. And in the second week, it was the same story all over again. But towards the end of it, I realized something. The chaos was not just outside, it was also in here. My mind was extremely chaotic with all the negative emotions and all the self-doubts. I thought that I would mess up a task even before I started it. So I realized that I had to first calm down my mind, control it, and only then I'll be able to take control of the situation. In other words, I had to find my sense of tranquility in all of this chaos. I'm sure all of you would have come across this situation in your life as well. And during this realization, I figured out 5 techniques that can help me do this. And today I would share those techniques with you during the course of this meeting. But for now, let's put a lid on this topic because we need to move forward with the meeting. Right? So I'll circle back to this theme again at a later point. Now, for the benefit of the new members and the guests who have joined today, let me explain the flow of the Toastmasters meeting very quickly. So every Toastmaster meeting has 3 parts. The first part of the meeting is called prepare speeches. During this part of the meeting, our very own Toastmasters, 3 of our speakers in today's case, have already prepared a speech based on certain objectives that they must meet, and they will deliver that speech here today. During the second part of the meeting, we'll have the table topics session. During this session, one of our Toastmasters, the table topics master, will take charge of the session. He will call up speakers randomly. He will give them a topic on the spot, and they'll be expected to speak on it right away without any time for preparation. This will help us to be effective communicators in every situation possible. The third and perhaps the most important part of every Toastmasters meeting is the evaluation session. During this session, the speakers who gave the prepared speeches during the first part of the meeting will be evaluated by our very own Toastmaster. One speaker will be evaluated by one evaluator. Now, as you will see later on during this session, all the evaluations that are presented are very constructive in nature, intended to lift up the speaker and never to put them down. That's the beauty of Toastmasters. Now, speaking of evaluators, we have a special role called the general evaluator, which will be played by Toastmaster Prasanna Venkatesh. Now, to tell a few words about him, he's a software developer currently working at a startup. He enjoys reading books and watching series on OTT platforms, and we all love to do that. And I asked him what he does whenever he feels stressed out. He said that he usually pauses and tries to figure out why he's feeling stressed out. That's a very good technique, Toastmaster Prasanna Venkatesh. Let me invite him to explain the specifics of the role of the general evaluator.
Thank you. My role as a general evaluator is to evaluate everything that happens during the meeting and that is not happened during the meeting. I'll be noting down everything right from the start of the meeting till the end of the meeting, and I will finally give my report at the later part of the meeting. To help my evaluation, I have 2 sets of teams. One team is evaluators who will be evaluating individual speakers. They give their positive things they have noted in the speech and the recommendation. This evaluation session happens later part of the meeting. And another team is a tag role players. Tag stands for timer, accounter, and grammarian. They quantitatively assess every speaker and give the report after the evaluation session. Now I call out them individually to describe their tag roles in detail. For today's meeting, the timer role is going to be played by Toastmaster Suresh. He is an assistant talent acquisition director in an MNC and he is a cricket enthusiastic person. So let's welcome Toastmaster Suresh to explain about timer role.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Thank you. My name is Suresh and I am your timer for today's meeting. My role as a timer, I am responsible to help all the speakers stay within their allocated time and to promote effective time management. I will be using green card, yellow card and red card as visual signals to indicate time progress. Here is how the timing will work for all the three sections. For prepared speeches, the allocated time is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will show the green card, and 6 minutes I will show the yellow card, and 7th minute I will show the red card. For table topic speeches, the allotted time is 2 minutes. I will show green card at 1 minute, and yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds. And red card at 2 minutes. For evaluation speeches, the allotted time is 2 to 3 minutes. I'll show the green card at 2 minutes and yellow card at 2 minutes 30 seconds and red card at 3 minutes. For all the speeches, you will get additional 30 seconds as your grace time. Thank you and I wish you all the best.
Now the R-counter role is going to be played by one of the new Toastmasters, Toastmaster Uma Maheshwar Rao. He recently delivered his icebreaker speech. On his first speech itself, he got the Best Speaker Award. Let's welcome Toastmaster Uma Maheshwar Rao to explain about R-counter.
Yeah, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Uma Mahesh. As an accounter, my role is to listen to each and every speaker and note down any pause filler words and crutch words. During the meeting, I listen overused words like and, well, but, so, you know. Also, I listen for filler sounds like I'll also note down when a speaker repeats a words or phrases such as this means, that means, and then type of words. At the end of the meeting, I'll report the number of times each speaker used these expressions. Thank you.
Now for the grammarian role, it's going to be played by distinguished Toastmaster Thomas. He is a communication veteran. He is a former district PR manager and communication director at Ashok Leyland. Let's welcome distinguished Toastmaster Thomas Abraham.
Thank you, GE. Good afternoon, dear friends. As grammarian today, I have two roles. Nothing has changed. One is to be on the lookout for expressions that make us proud and the expressions that don't make us so happy. We will do both. I also have to provide the word of the day, which I hope you can see with your good eyesight and my large handwriting, what you call the font size. This time I'm giving you two, not one, because it's no fancy term that I brought to introduce you to you. Instead, I've brought two similar words that often help us make mistakes, as it were. One is improve, we know that. The other is improvise. Now, improve we know is to make anything better. That's improve, simple. Whereas improvise is where there is nothing, through our little smart thinking, make things happen. For example, often we do the improvise. Improvise is, somehow, now we have some experts here, they make things happen. Whereas today, I did only improve. The word doesn't sound nice, but I'm happier having improved and not improvised. I hope you get the meaning. I can say that I was not prepared, so I had to improvise my speech. From nothing I had to create it. Better is, improve is, I have seen improvements in Toastmasters any number of times. I hope that's clear. Yeah? So I will be back on call with my report of what makes us proud and where we can improve, not improvise. Over to you.
So these are all the roles and responsibilities of tag role players. We'll be back to conduct the evaluation session, later part of the meeting. Now I hand over the stage to the TMOD. Over to you.
Hello Toastmasters and guests. I hope you're all ready for the prepared speech session. Okay, so we have 3 prepared speakers lined up today. I'm sure all of them will give us some thought-provoking speeches. So first speaker whom we have today is Toastmaster Sendil. But before I can introduce him, I would like to request his evaluator, Toastmaster Pravina, to read out the speech objectives of Toastmaster Sendil's project.
The purpose of this project is for the member to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance the speech. The member will present a well-organized speech on any topic of his choice. It will be 5 to 7 minutes. So we need to watch for the member's awareness, that is Toastmaster Sendil's awareness of his unintentional and intentional movement and body language. So as much as body language is important, it should not distract the audience. So over to you, Tim.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pravina. To tell a few words about Toastmaster Sendil, he's a software engineer with over 13 years of experience, and he aspires to be an entrepreneur, turning ideas into impactful solutions with cutting-edge technologies. When I asked him about the theme of the day, he said he believes that the mind is everything. If you keep your mind strong, it will take care of everything else. That is so true. What we visualize here is what materializes in real life. Toastmaster Sendil, I would like to invite you to the stage. Toastmaster Sendil, I am a warrior. I am a warrior, Toastmaster Sendil.
One dark night, boom, boom, boom. The lightning ripped the sky, boom, boom, boom. The thunder swooped the ground, boom, boom, boom. I looked around, boom, boom, boom. The 10 warriors looked at me, boom, boom, boom. They're having, each one having the swords in their hand, boom, boom, boom. Their eyes said, you won't survive this, boom, boom, boom. But my eyes, boom, 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 with full of fire, boom, 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 with full of energy, boom, boom, boom. My eyes said, boom, boom, boom. I won't fall until you all fall, boom, boom, boom. With full of courage, boom, boom, boom. I ran to them, boom, boom, boom. I swung my sword. Boom, boom, boom. I tried to attack them. Yes. Something flashed on my face. Was that blood? No, it's water. Sendil, wake up. It's already late. Get ready for school. It was my mom. Oh my God. It's all was that just a dream. In my school, I was warrior 2. My battle marks. If my friend wasn't got 3 marks, I got 4 marks. He got 7, I got 8. Not out of 10, it's out of 100. That time I never tried to compete with my whole class. My only competitor was my friend. Later I realized I need to compete with my whole class. I need to get more marks. So I decide to sit on first seat so I can get more focused and I can study well. But my staff teacher looked at me and said, "You, first bench, go to the last. First bench only for toppers." I got underestimated. In college, the battle was more tougher. In my final year, I got 15 arrears. Yes, 15 arrears. But I was ready to face like a warrior, but my staff looked at me and said, "You are very swallow. You will never clear any arrears. You will always be right exam in every year." Again, I was underestimated. In my office, I was eager to get some opportunities, but those opportunities always, first they given to my seniors, then they given to all to my juniors. I got shocked and I asked my manager, "Give me one chance, I will prove myself." But he said, "You can't do that. Maybe let's see sometime." I feel frustrated, I feel sad, and I kept asking myself, why doesn't anyone believe in me? What thing I could change in myself? So I just sat alone and I took deep breath and tried to remember everything. So in my school, when my teachers underestimated me, but I studied hard and I am the only one person in my class who joined the engineering. Then in my college, when my staff doubted about me, I cleared my all arrears and I am the first person in my whole batch got a job offer. Now in this office, this is the time to I will become a warrior again. But I didn't wait for someone. I created myself. From zero, I built my product. From planning, designing, coding, everything, even marketing. I got some clients, not many, but I feel that's enough to prove myself. The people underestimate me with my appearance, but they don't know about my strength of my mind. But what I like to say to all, everybody having a own strength. Believe in yourself. Don't worry about someone assuming you. I may not win today, but one day I surely win because I'm a warrior. What about you? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sindhil, for that moving speech on why you're a warrior and why you should never be underestimated. I think for that matter of fact, no one should be underestimated. If we underestimate someone, then we are doing it at our own peril. That was a really good speech. Now it's time to move on to the second speech, the second prepared speech of the day. To give this speech, we have Toastmaster Amrita, but before I can call her up, I would like to request her evaluator, Toastmaster Shankar, to read out the speech objectives of the project.
Okay, thank you to everybody. My target speaker, Toastmaster Amrita, is going to deliver the speech from Pathway Persuasive Influence and Level 2, that is the project name Introduction to Toastmaster Mentoring. The purpose of this project for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envision mentoring. Very all the best, Toastmaster.
Let me say a few words about Toastmaster Amrita before I call her up. She's a software professional who has worked in both US and India, and currently she's working as a director in a software startup. When I asked her how she calms herself during stressful times, she says that she simply goes for a walk in the park, and if there's any prolonged stress that she's facing, then she meditates every day. Two good approaches to deal with stressful situations. May I invite Toastmaster Amrita to come up to the stage, please. Toastmaster Amrita, unlocking your true potential. Unlocking your true potential, Toastmaster Amrita.
Good afternoon, everyone. How many of you have heard about Avaya? Avaya. Anybody who studied Tamil in Tamil Nadu would definitely have learned about Avaya. I would like to start with a short story about Avaya. This is from the Sangam era more than 2000 years ago. There are two kings, Adiyaman and Tondaiman. Adiyaman was ruling from Dharmapuri and Tondaiman was ruling from Kanchipuram. Adiyaman was a very brave, experienced king. He had fought in many wars. And Tondaiman was a young, inexperienced king. They were at war. Now, what did they have in common? An advisor and guide named Avaya. She was an old woman, a very articulate wife. She visits Tondaiman and she visits his armory and she says, I am seeing that your armory is full of gleaming weapons. You are very well equipped and you are ready for war. I am very happy to see that. I have also seen Adiyaman's armory and his weapons are all blood-stained and badly in need of repair. They are overused. On hearing these words, Tondaiman realizes he is up against somebody who is very, very experienced in war and he withdraws from war. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. In this story, Avaya was the mentor to both the kings. With her age, wisdom, maturity and life experience, she was able to guide Tondaiman to the right decision and to avert war without directly telling him to do so. That's what a mentor does. A mentor is someone who is experienced and who is able to guide and support a protege. A mentor is able to unlock the protege's true potential, to show faith in their capabilities, to allow them to explore and make decisions of their own without all the time they're providing the right inputs. From the Sangam era, we come to the modern era. Nowadays, social media is flooded with people who are offering their services as a life coach, executive coach, relationship coach, parenting coach, leadership coach. There are 20 categories of coaches. But a mentor is not a coach. A coach is someone who works with you on a specific short-term focused goal. For example, you can go to your gym and you can hire a personal trainer. They will come up with an exercise regime and they will help you to get fit, build strength and endurance. You can hire a dietitian. He or she will come up with a diet plan and will help you to lose weight. Now, a mentor is someone who has a long-term involvement with the mentee. A mentor has a more personal involvement with the mentee. They work with you on a sustained growth for a long period of time. They bring a wealth of knowledge and experience from their life and they are able to guide and support the protege. What is mentoring in the Toastmasters world? Toastmasters is mentoring headquarters. We are all about mentoring. We are a group of people who support and encourage each other, project after project, speech after speech, to help our members reach their goals. On a personal note, my mentor is Toastmaster Praveena, and my journey with her has been very, very rewarding. She is a Toastmaster in the truest sense because I feel she gives advice, but she allows me to, prepare scripts, deliver speeches in my own style. She just gives her feedback. She doesn't expect me to, exactly follow anything. She doesn't give me any exact input as to what should be done. She has a long-standing relationship with Toastmasters, so she's very knowledgeable and experienced. And she's always available in the sense that she's been able to review every one of my scripts. At one point, I was presenting my vocal variety and body language project, and then she was really supportive. We had to go through several rounds of video recordings. Each time, she would notice minor improvements, and she would appreciate me for those. Thank you. Mentor and protege relationship is also a two-way street. It's not like only the proteges benefit from the mentors. Mentors also benefit from the proteges because they gain a different perspective. They are able to get some knowledge from the mentee in their area of expertise. This is the reason that a mentor-protege relationship can be very, very successful. As a mentee, I am also committed to my personal growth, and I am willing to learn and try new things. And this is what makes the mentorship and mentor-protege relationship successful. There have been many mentors in Medley and other Toastmasters club also. Toastmaster Pravda and Toastmaster Anu, they entrusted me with ExCom roles. They showed their trust in my abilities. Toastmaster Prasannavani, Toastmaster Anuya, they gave me roles in the division contest, in the area contest. They guided me through all the roles. And all of you are my mentors too, for listening to my speech and giving me feedback on each of my speeches. I would like to conclude with a few lines from a song in the musical The Sound of Music. It goes like this: climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow to find your dream. A dream that will need all of your love, all the love that you can give every day of your life for as long as you live. So I encourage all of you to find your dream and find the mentor who inspires. And with the help of the mentor, you can make your dream come true. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amita. I think your perspective on drawing parallels between the mentoring of Abhayar and the mentoring that we get here in Toastmasters was really unique. They say looking back is not a good thing to do, but looking back at history and learning from it is always an inspirational thing to do. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amita. The next speaker, the third and the final speaker whom we have today is Toastmaster Kausalya. To evaluate her speech, we have Toastmaster Jayashree, and I request her to read out the speech objectives of Toastmaster Kausalya.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. The third speaker is also going to present the speech on the same project of what the second speaker did, but from a different pathway. So, Toastmaster Kausalya is going to present her speech on the presentation mastery pathway, level 2, project 3, introduction to mentoring. There are two purpose statements. The purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envision mentoring. The purpose of the speech is for the member to share some of the aspects of previous experience as a prodigy. Timer, please know the time is 5 to 7 minutes. All the very best, Toastmaster Kausalya. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jayashree. To say a few words about Toastmaster Kausalya, she's a homemaker enjoying a slow-paced life and her time at Medley Toastmasters. Why not? And she says that in moments of stress, she's actually never calm. She's very hyper. And the people around her usually calm her down by making some funny jokes about her taking a BP tablet. So, to give her third speech, we have Toastmaster Kausalya, and I would like to invite her up to the stage. Toastmaster Kausalya, unblur the picture. Unblur the picture, Toastmaster Kausalya.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. Right after my college, I got a job in a very good company. I was so excited to join the company, and when I went to the head office on the first day, I was like a child in a candy store, looking at, admiring the beautiful architecture, landscape and everything. It was a newly formed IT wing, so everything was new. And we were 4 junior staff there. And the seniors were very helpful. Right from day one, they trained us so well. And we became technically strong. And after a couple of months, they gave us a project. We finished the project and it took us nearly 6 months. By the time we settled in the head office, life was very beautiful there. We took our own breaks and we were laughing and chatting. And after the project, we were deputed, all the 4 of us were deputed in different branches of the same organization. And as luck would have it, I was posted alone in a school. Both the environment were totally different. The school environment was structured, it was also professional, but they were always scrutinized and watched on like what they are doing. So they were always serious, nobody to talk to. And my job, mostly they gave instructions through a phone, nobody to monitor. So after a continuous period of coding, I'll take a break, I'll go to the garden and sit and clear my mind and come back, or go to the canteen. These things irritated the other staff member because they can take break only during the given time. Slowly they started, being jealous of me, of my work, and they started, slowly they started ignoring me. I tried to be friendly, and I tried to ignore them also, both didn't work. It started getting on my head. Then after some time, I was contemplating, maybe I should tell the head office that please transfer me back to the head office so that I can be free. Here people are not friendly. I was just contemplating about it. One day the principal of the school, he called me and he asked me to sit down. He was a very old man with music. I think he loves music. He just called me, Koshilia, come on and sit there, Serena, something. He made me to sit. And he asked me, everything all right? And I said, yeah sir, everything is fine. Because I was not working under him at all, but he just called me. I said, everything fine. And then he gave me a quizzical look and said, really? Nobody's giving you tough time here? He's a old and wise man. He understood the office atmosphere and he said, nobody's giving you tough time. And I told him everything, like why such an office politics is there, why they are jealous, I'm not working with them, I'm not in this payroll, why such a thing is happening. And he told me, look, think this office as a water body, as a river. There will be undercurrents. There will be deep, the water will run deep in some parts. You have to swim and wade through this water and reach the other side of the path. When you reach there, emotionally and physically you might be drained, but you would have grown stronger. This stayed on my mind and went back to my office. And I was thinking, did he give me the method to solve the problem, to handle these people? No, but he gave me life lessons. And from that day, I started learning how to manage people. I learned the most important thing of people management skill during the start of the work course. And he has been my unofficial mentor. He's 85 now. Even now, I call him sometimes and share some good news, or I ask him for advice. From an accidental mentor, now he has become my virtual mentor. Similarly, here in Toastmaster, when I joined here after the first week, I was given a dedicated mentor for me. Whenever I submit a project, whenever I have a challenge, whenever I have a difficulty in conceiving an idea to write a speech, he helps me out through his experience. So I understood Toastmaster helps the mentee through a mentor who has gained a lot of experience in mentoring. And he brings new strategies and he helps us to see the reality and gives a lot of examples, life lessons from his own experience. So the mentor also learns a lot from the mentee. This is mutually beneficial. The mentor learns different approaches. He understands the psyche of the mentee, like when there is a challenge, how the mentee behaves in a different way, what kind of advice or guidance is needed for that. So he also gains from it. And the difference between a coach and a mentor is coach will give you the method to solve the problem, or he will give the means to accomplish the goal. But here when it is between a mentor and a mentee, it is an independent journey. You have to walk the path, but the mentor is there to support you. And I want to share with you unofficial mentors in Toastmasters. I want to mention few honorable members here. Toastmaster Shanmugavel, whenever I take leave for a continuous period of time, he'll call and say, ma'am, at least 2 varam attend pannunga. Your paper is attended, it is useful for you. And he'll keep the phone. Sometimes he'll call and say, your speech was good, this particular point was a good move, you incorporated that into the speech. When I shared with other members, they also said, like Kalyani Hari or some other name also said, yeah, he calls and appreciates whatever you do. If he finds it interesting, he'll say, how did you get this idea? And VP Bharat, I have to mention, I cancelled continuously 3 speeches. After the 4th piece he called, please don't do it. You might have all seen the movie Petai, right? In the movie, Rajnikant will go to the college guy's mother and he'll say, college le irukkodadu nagaralo. Similarly, Bharat was like, 2nd level you are stuck, move on. Then I thought, okay, let me write, and I wrote it. And there was Prasanna Vani, when she was a VP, when I started as a new member in Toastmasters, whenever I used to do the tag roll, she'll call me and she'll go through the full thing. Okay, you are a grammarian today, you will do this, you are an accountant, you will do this. I start the sentence and she'll finish it. She'll make sure that I do the role very, properly. So the role of the mentor is that they give a clarity and they show the reality and they unblur the English. And An American psychiatrist and an author, M. Scott Peck, says, the challenges do not go away. It is not that this too shall pass moment. The challenges will be there, but you have to work around it. We are here, we are all here to learn. So happy learning, happy mentoring. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kausalya. And yes, I completely agree with you. When we join Toastmasters, we are assigned a mentor officially, but it's not just our official mentor who inspires us, who motivates us, and who gives us all the right tools we need to succeed in Toastmasters. It is also the entire club, actually. Everybody comes up and inspires us at different points of time, or enlightens us at different points of time. Now, I've also felt this, so kudos to you for sharing that today, Toastmaster Kausalya. Now, that was a wonderful speech, and with that we have come to the end of the prepared speech session. I would like to request the timer to read out the qualified speakers.
All the speakers are qualified.
Can you read out the names, please?
Toastmaster Civil Kumar, Toastmaster Raminda, Toastmaster Kausalya.
Okay. Thank you, timer, for reading out the qualified speakers. Now, before we move on to the next part of this meeting, I just want to go back to the theme a little bit. So, I was talking about the 5 techniques that you can use to declutter your mind when you are experiencing turbulence, when you have, or when you're overwhelmed with a lot of responsibilities from different directions in your life. The first thing that I would like to mention, or the first technique that, or the first thing that I realized was, what is the most important priority in situations like this? Anyone? When you are overwhelmed with a lot of responsibilities.
Calm down.
Okay.
Take a deep breath.
Okay. No, I mean, in the long term, to solve that problem, not to just. Okay. So when we are trying to solve that problem, the first and the most important priority is you. You need to take care of your health. Whenever we are in situations like this, what happens is that we tend to think if something affects only me, it's okay, I'll take care of it later and I will put it in the back burner. But that could sometimes prove to be fatal. Because if we are not healthy, then we cannot be useful to the people around us and we cannot do anything to change the situation around us. So the first thing that we must always do is to take care of ourselves, not because of selfishness, but if you think about it, we should not be a burden to others around us and we should be of help to them. And that can only happen if we are healthy mentally and physically as well. So with that, once again, I'll put a pause on the theme and we'll move on to the next part of this particular meeting. And that is the table topic session. So as I mentioned before, this is an impromptu speaking session where we'll have a table topics master who will take over this session. So before I hand it over to the table topics master, I just want to mention to all the guests, like if you're called up, just come up here and just tell us what you feel about that particular topic. You can just be candid. You don't have to worry about anything else. All of us are trying to learn here. So with that, I would like to call up the table topics master, Toastmaster Hari Krishnan. He's a lawyer and he's practicing law at Madras High Court, and he specializes in banking and insurance domains. He likes listening to inspirational videos and songs that will soothe him whenever he feels down. And he also likes to have conversations with a few friends who will pay attention to him and really listen to him. We all need such people whenever we are in stress, don't we? So I would like to welcome the table topics master for today, Toastmaster Hari Krishnan.
Welcome. Good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests. Today I am your table topic master. I've been happy to be present this session for you all. Before commencing the session, I would like to mention that a few words about this particular session, table topics. It's actually unique that is how it has been designed in Toastmasters. In fact, I am sure that all the Toastmasters sitting here and of course across the globe would have been started their small window, the topic they've chosen to initially to start with that might be that impromptu speech, what we have been given. And this is how it has been designed. And so that 2 minutes time which has been given, this is a small window, probably that will help you out to start your journey to say that in the public speak, where you people have been assembled today, you've been decided yourself to start your public speech. So make use of this opportunity to start with it, so that whenever we have been called, especially for the the guests who have been attending here. So don't be shy what Mr. Narendra said that now. So it will be easier for you, even the topic what has been given to you, if you in and around that, if you can be able to speak, that the speech is important rather than the content at this point in time for you to open up yourself. So I will, with that note, that I will start my comments session now. So let's call upon the speakers. Today's speech that will start with a senior member of this medley. So I would invite for this impromptu speech the distinguished Toastmaster, Mr. Sundaraman sir. So topic that what I would like to give you. Your favorite memory. Your favorite memory.
So many a times, when we try to talk about nostalgia, we all talk about the positive things. In fact, today morning I attended another Toastmaster meeting. The theme was nostalgia. And everyone was talking about what really went well in their past. So people who are in 90s and then the 90s kids started talking about how 90s was so good, and people who are boomer uncles, they started something positive about their own period. So many a times, so these sweet memories that reside in our heart, and we say that this is going to be the permanent thing, and this is how, and today's Gen Z, oh poor kids, they are missing all these kind of memories, right? So when the topic master asked about these sweet memories, so obviously my childhood days and the time I spent with my family members, and my parents, they gave such kind of freedom. So during summer vacation as well as during normal times, they were not really bothered about me, right? So it was my time, and I go play with my friends and then come back at whatever time I want to come back home, that is when I come back. So that is the abundant freedom. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and that is when so many creative thinking came back to our generation of people. And unfortunately today not many people are having such kind of ambience or space to do that, because not only kids, today everyone is stuck with their smart devices. But definitely that abundant freedom, that was the during our playful times, that was the sweet memory I had always. Over to Topic Master.
Our next speaker will be Toastmaster Venkatesan. So your topic for the day: lesson learned from a mistake. Lesson learned from the mistake. That's your topic.
Thank you for a nice topic. Lesson learned from a mistake. They used to say that in Tamil, some people, they won't listen. Morning also, they had the same problem. The next apartment, one small guy is there. Without his parents' knowledge, he took his bike. He went for wheeling in near Velacheri station, Velacheri MRTS road. He was caught by police. I was walking around that place only. He was shouting at me, "Uncle, uncle, please come and help me." I went there. I spoke to the sergeant. "Sir, please book this bike and this person also. I used to warn him so many times. Even I have informed their parents also not to do this." Without his parents, immediately I spoke to his father, and he told me that without my knowledge, he took the bike early morning at 5 o'clock. I told the sergeant, "Sir, just give a severe warning," and he advised him, "You don't have a license. If anything comes, any accident or any other thing, section 402 will be booked under your name. You won't get any good job once you completed BE," because he is doing BE, but he never got a driving license till date. Then he was driving. Then he gave us a severe warning, and he told him, "I got his uncle's phone number. Whenever he took the bike, he'll call me. Definitely I will book a case." That is why, if somebody is advising, like Rosalie spoke to us, mentor is advising mentee for a good thing only. Thank you for nice talk.
Thank you, sir. Our next speaker, I would like to call from a guest, Ramya. Your topic, Ramya, your favorite place on earth. Your favorite place on earth.
Good evening all. My name is Ramya. My favorite place on earth definitely it would be a place where my close circle is surrounded by. Obviously, I would say my daughter, my spouse. So the home is the place which will be the heaven for me. Why I'm where I can like openly talk about whatever I feel like. Maybe it is nonsense, but those people will accept me as I am. There are times I will be very frustrated. I'm coming back to home with very frustrated mode. Obviously, my husband, he will like receive all my anger things, and after some point of time, I will come back to the normal mode, and they don't judge me. I can't do the same things wherever I go. No, even in the office space, I feel like shouting at them, but I can't do. My profession is like that. They will be talking to me with the argumentative mode, but I can't argue with them. So I I would say like home is the place where like me everyone feel like so. Those people are very non-judgmental and they are always supportive us. Thank you.
Our next speaker, Toastmaster Aragiri. Your topic is the best surprise you ever received. The best surprise you have ever received.
Well, actually, no. That is the answer. I'm not that kind of person also. I don't like surprise also, first of all. Yeah, in my school days, I went to international yoga competition, and I got champion of champion. They, if anyone gets champion of champion award, they used to call and they recognize in the stage in the school assembly. So I was waiting for a long period because I was doing yoga from my second standard to 12th standard, but I could able to achieve that in my 9th standard only. So one of my yoga teacher, Mr. Raja Gopal, he by his guidance, he asked me to get the award in the stage, and that was surprise for me. That's the one incident I could remember. Thank you.
Let me call the next speaker from the guest, Srikesh. Your topic today, your favorite fictional character. What's your favorite fictional character?
Good evening, everyone. My favorite fictional character was Sherlock Holmes because I like more detective movies and spy-related movies. His presence of mind is very excellent. Whatever he is doing, he observes everything from the scratch and from everywhere around him. For example, when traveling in a taxi, he observes road and moving vehicles and vehicle numbers as well. Whenever required, he recalls his brain and uses that as his strategy to tackle the situation as a spy. That's it.
Next speaker, Toastmaster Pradeep. Your topic today, a skill you wish you had. A skill you wish you had.
Good afternoon, everyone, once again. There's not a specific skill that I wish to have. If I want to, I will try to learn that skill. But yes, in childhood days, I always want to be a stage performer. I was a sports guy. I used to be a 1500 meter race. I used to travel all the schools and all. But I also always want to be a stage performer. So a special wish, what I always want to do was dancing, which I did not learn that because of I feel that that is so technically I have to work on it. And especially why I feel more excited when the Dhoom song was come out. Most of people who have seen that Dhoom movie, Dhoom, that Hindi version used to have this stuff. I try to do, but that Dhoom, I was not able to. That dance is not fit to my body, or maybe I'm not that much flexible. But I always want to try once at least that dance in front of the audience. That is one crazy things that I want to do. Maybe I will do that. I have the to-do list. I will definitely do that one. Thank you.
The way your body language says that you can very well perform as a dancer. We have all seen that, we have all witnessed in fact. The next speaker, the guest Parthasarathi. Someone who inspires you. Someone who inspires you.
Someone who inspires me is my college head. He's very active and he's participated in all with his skills and is more efficient to do all these things. It's very flexible also.
The next speaker, guest Anirudh. Hi. If you could have any superpower,
So, good afternoon, everybody. As I introduced, my name is Anita. So, one superpower which I think I would like to have is acing table topics. So, an introduction, a background, a bit of background today. So, this is not my first club as a guest. I have been to 2 to 3 other clubs as well. So, the reason I started visiting other clubs, or the reason I was even interested in Toastmasters, was solely because of the table topics session. Because prepared speeches, you have enough time, you have enough days or weeks even to prepare. But table topics is impromptu, as they said, right? You need to think fast on your feet. So that is one ability which I seriously want. And since I'm a Scrum Master as well, I'm not sure if all of you are professional or technical, but the idea is I'm a mini project manager and I have to lead teams of countless members. So that is one skill which I would like to have or develop. The reason I'm here. So, yeah.
The next speaker, Toastmaster Shanmugam. So your topic, something you are very passionate about. Something you are very passionate about.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmaster and dear guests. Lot of things I have faced in life. For example, if I want to say in our Toastmaster,
in our military Toastmaster. I can tell about our teaching, Thomas, his English speaking style and his way of telling things. Then the young people like Jahan, then JC, even Madam Femina Sriram, whenever she talks in the case of evaluation, it was very nice. I want to imitate that style, but still I want to improve in this table topic session. Will improvise that opportunity. I have learned so many things from the new Toastmaster, Sendil. So in his icebreaker speech also, he has been some wonder. Narendra, even Pradeep, what is it? Pradeep, no? KFC. He want to do that dancing like that, definitely he can do it. Because I am a signature. When I come to this Toastmaster, I have to sing a songs. Even I will not do in my home. So many things I was got frustrated from this Toastmaster.
Nicely you have mentioned about all the Toastmasters here today. The next speaker, guest Anirudh.
I think I already.
Oh, I think you are the one, okay. Vaibhav. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. Vibhav. Yeah, hi. I think that I've been taken and chosen and draw topics where in which that you have ample opportunity to speak about it, especially for the guest. I guess so that you justify that one, in fact. What's your ideal day? What's your ideal day? Ideal day.
Okay, so welcome to one more present here. My name is Ziva. I'm currently studying in college, going to second year. My ideal day would start with if hopefully my parents let me sleep for about 10 hours in the morning, hopefully. Right? So one thing that I love is sleeping. Usually I can sleep how much time that my parents would let me. Today morning there's this incident that happened where I was sleeping till like 10:30. My dad came in, he just gave me one kick and he was like, get up you dumbo, it is all time. You see in your age, there is everyone around you is getting up, very motivated, very driven in life and are doing things like achieving greatness, and here you are sleeping like a damn donkey. So one thing I would like is, first thing, if my parents let me sleep for a large amount of time, followed by if they let me Swiggy for an entire day. Of course, I'll try to balance between healthy and unhealthy, right? Then I would like to, my parents are very strict, okay? They don't let me, my dad is pretty chill. My mom doesn't let me go out of the house. Like I live in Navajo, right next to Marina Mall. She doesn't let me go even 1 foot except for that mall. And whenever my friends come, they will be coming from Shoringalu, from Velisari, from Adiyam, they're like, I don't care. Just tell your friends to come here. I'm like, Amma, it's like so far away, right? I have to go somewhere where even they can come easily. My mom's like, no, I don't care. Tell them to come here. If you want to hang out, go here. Nothing else. So I like that I hang out with my friends and get to watch a couple of movies as well. Thank you.
Yes, Mridula. A fear you have conquered. A fear you have conquered.
Hi everyone, a short introduction since I walked in a little bit. I'm Mridula and I'm pursuing my second year in BCom. I'm studying in Stella Maris, so that's just about me. And fear that I conquered is the topic that was given to me. Tracing back to the days of July 2018, because I remember the date very well because it was National Doctors' Day. That was my first ever Gale Club meeting. So it is similar to Toastmasters, but it's for kids under 18 years of age. So my father decided to get me enrolled in that club because while other fathers out there wanted their kids to be engineers or doctors, my dad wanted me to speak in front of a crowd without any hesitation. So I'm grateful about that as well. So I went to that meeting and I was constantly, my parents were telling, it's your first meeting, they won't ask you to speak, you just go and be a spectator. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to sit, that's chill. I went there and the DTM who was managing the Gavel Club was Manisha. And I walked in and apparently they were short of a person who was supposed to do a role. It was a joke master, okay? It was for the Gavel Club. And she was like, Mridula, you can crack a bit of jokes, say, ma'am, my dad is sitting there. Okay, I'll try. So I came in, I walked onto the stage. I cracked some really, really bad jokes. It was just really bad, miserable. And all I could see was my father in the corner taking a video of whatever I was blabbering on the podium. And all the people there were also clapping hands for me, so that was such an inspiration. Whatever I blabber, people are there to clap at me. So that was the moment I conquered my fear on public speaking. So
Next speaker, Toastmaster Pramod. With your topic today, if you could travel to any historical period,
Thank you, Toastmaster Hare Krishna. Sometimes I wonder if it would be better to travel to the past or if it would be better to travel to the future. In the past, life was simpler in certain ways, but we didn't have the technology we have today. Think about it. I know artificial intelligence is making us really dumb. The phones have gotten smarter, artificial intelligence has gotten more intelligent, and natural stupidity has not even survived. In so many ways, we are a dying species. However, one day, we will no longer have human beings, we'll have cyborgs, so we won't have to worry about our natural stupidity. But people in the past, they lived much simpler lives. They didn't have to hustle so much. They lived by the countryside. In many ways, they also had a lot of struggles which we do not want to face today. So I'm not sure whether to take this time machine to the past or to the future, because the history is also a part of the future. When you think about it, we can always make history in the future. I'm not entirely sure it's quite a dilemma for me. After all, history is his story. Who is he who wrote the story? We don't even know. Anyone can write the story as per their wish. What if I read a history textbook where they said it was amazing in 1959, and I go to 1959 and I realize I'm in hot soup now because the person who wrote it was paid to write it. So, Table Topics Master, I do not know where to take this time machine. For all I know, I'm probably better off being here right now. How about you?
Sri Annapurni. Your topic would be the concept of time. The concept of time.
Concept of time. Thank you. So I'm working on the time management thing. I have a 2-year-old son, so my day starts like this. Once he wakes up, he is the one who nudges me, who kicks me. Then I have to open my eyes. Then I have to, we have this bed tray thing, and the headboard is there. So I have to pick him up, put him down, and I have to rush for my office. So I have to get up, bath him, and then feed him, make some dosas or idli, whatever is there. I have to feed him, and then I have to rush for the office. So I'm working on the time management skills, I would say. Time is the most important thing. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah. Our next speaker, Amranchita. Amranchita. Your topic will be the importance of perseverance. The importance of perseverance. Sorry. The importance of perseverance. You want another topic? Perseverance, please. Yeah, I'll give you. Your favorite food.
Good evening, everyone. My favorite food is normally a South Indian. So I don't have any particular or thing. So whatever my mom cooks, I eat happily. So my mom, everything I used to eat, whatever is good, whatever they're making in my home, I eat peacefully and happy. So I don't have any particular. All the foods are my favorite. All the South Indian foods are my favorite.
So, any volunteers for this impromptu speech? Or anybody that I missed it? Apart from the role players?
Yes, Jayashree, you want to go?
Okay. I think this is the name which I missed it, I guess. So, should I go for it? Anybody will be doing a role play? Can I? I would like to invite our distinguished Toastmaster, Mr. Thomas, sir. So, the topic which I have been given, but it has not been spoken, I am sure that it has been apt for you. The importance of perseverance. The importance of perseverance.
We talk about perspiration and inspiration. The role both these have in achieving something. To me, that's the complete story about the importance of perseverance. So all of us, beginning of the year, start with resolutions. How many of us achieve it? What stands between success and failure is just perseverance. If you can do it on day 1 and day 2 and day 3 of January, why can't we do it other days? What's missing? Just perseverance. Let me personalize. I took a decision to switch over to English for my post-graduation after doing science. First it was glamorous because I used to love the language. Then I realized as exam crept in that I didn't have the background of reading. Because I've done physics. I was in the lab when my classmates were reading Sheldon and Sheridan. I started literally sweating. I said, I'm going to take a drop. I'm going to take a drop. My friends told this to my professor. He called me home. His wife, also a professor, made nice tea for me. And he gave me his notes, his handwritten notes. And I took it home. There was no Xerox. I copied it word by word. When my friends went for weekend picnic, and indoor where I studied was a beautiful place. Or for night shows in cycles, keeping the money in your socks, I did the copy. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't tell my parents and take a drop because my sister was ready in the queue for her college. I'm telling you, friends, I don't know who inspired me other than the professor. I got through with, I don't want to boast, with very good results. If I had not done that, my life would have been somewhere else. So to that extent, I can tell you, thank you for reminding me. Perseverance is what brought me here. Otherwise, I have no clue I would have been today.
It was a nice inspiration. speaker, I have no choice but to call upon the role players here. Toastmaster Shankar. Shankar, your topic will be the weirdest dream you have ever had. Weirdest dream you ever had.
Okay. Probably I will take it from, let's say, for my day-to-day life. So one of the day where I was working with the program called the data science, and one other program called the machine learning. Trust me, I was working this particular project algorithms close to 7 hours from morning to, let's say, for around 7. And let's say for I slept around 10 p.m. And suddenly, let's say for I was getting into the, let's say for the tool of machine learning algorithm, and I was counting that for each and every algorithm how it works, whether it is working very well or not. Sometimes no, I start up and then I realized that no, it was a dream. Then I went into let's say for my programming, at the time it was 1 a.m. Then when I started working the particular algorithm, it started working very well. I don't know whether it is the weirdest or probably I would have, let's say, for invested time the 7 hours with the one particular algorithm which cracked well. But anyway, so far I see that the particular algorithm, it's really working, and I also registered the particular algorithm in for the register of chambers that I need to wait for the particular registration. So far that I feel that the particular algorithm is working very well. Over to you.
Thank you. Next speaker, Toastmaster Jayashree. The role of art in life. The role of art in your life.
Life by itself is an art, my dear friend. Every single day that we wake up, every single day that we end up in going to a bed, it's painted by someone else. It's painted by a lot of people in our life. Starting with my parents when I wake up, to me going to the office and meeting my colleagues, being here as a Toastmaster, my life has been painted by a lot of artists that's been there. But what is important here is the relationship that we shared with these artists to make it memorable, remarkable and beautiful. For me, with my parents, I'm feeling very much gratitude to what they do for so many years to make me stand here, and I'm feeling that I'm making them proud in whatever I'm achieving in my life. With respect to my fellow colleagues in the office, I was able to contribute within my team and do whatever I could to make the team the best performing team the last month, and I won the best performer for the month last time in my office. Right, and here in Toastmasters, all the friends over here have painted this picture beautifully that I was able to represent mainly in various contests and go beyond club, area and division level. So with this I would say every single day, every single moment in life is painted by different artists, and I'm very happy to share that memory with a few artists over here, and back to you.
Next speaker, Toastmaster Bharat. The topic is the importance of critical thinking. The importance of critical thinking.
So, among the many other skills what we have, the importance of critical thinking is paramount. Be it in our office or be it in our home or be it in our day-to-day life. Critical thinking is where, like, based on the situations, you cannot imagine like what situation, what is going to hit you at any point of the time. So it is always important, like you have some plans and you will have to think of some backup plan, which is all possible only because of some critical thinking which comes into play. It could be any situation, anything where we walk in. Even if today, like if there are, when we come in, we need to bring a meeting up and to run. So in this case, like in case if there are people are not present, role players are not present, you need to have some backup plan switching people, where you can manage things. So this happens day to day in everyday life on every moment. So that is where the importance of critical thinking comes up, and that is one key skill for each of us to develop, and then it usually becomes as and when we take up a lot of responsibilities and roles in our day-to-day life. Thank you, and over to you, Dr.
Any volunteers? Maybe a last person for the session. Welcome, sir. Your topic is the nature of reality. The nature of reality.
As a timer, yeah, somebody's. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Suresh. The topic given to me is nature of reality. The reality really hits you hard, right? How many of you really believed that Virat Kohli one fine day had tweeted that he would stepping down from the international career of Test cricket? That's a reality, right? So we didn't even think of such a player of his gratitude will step down without any farewell. So we all hoped for a better farewell for a player like Virat Kohli, but unfortunately we didn't get the chance to experience that. But what all we know is that he will give a great moment for everyone in the one-day internationals. Once he decides to step down from the international cricket as a one-day international player, so we all will be proud. As a fan of Virat Kohli, so I am waiting for that opportunity. Obviously, I want him to play as many years as possible, but the reality is somebody has to step down if someone has to get an opportunity. Thank you so much. Back to you.
With this, I've been closing the session, and I'm sure that the speakers, they have justified what are the topics which has been given. As we rightly mentioned that the impromptu speech is the one which makes you to explore the whatever that it has been given on a time. Though I understand that for the guest it will be a bit difficulty on that part, but that is the game here. So whenever you are ready to start your journey of that public speaking, it should start from here only. So that's how it has been designed by, per se it has been designed in that way. So with that note that I've been concluding with Narendra. I just over to you now.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hari Krishnan. That was a wonderful TT session. And I believe we had a lot of speakers today. We had to call up the role players, something that we don't usually do. So I believe we had a very lengthy TV topic session. I would like to request the speaker to read out the qualified speakers, and as he reads out the names, I would request the concerned people to just raise their hand so that everyone can see who that particular person is and they can put a face to the name. Over to you, Timer, to read out the qualified speakers.
The qualified speakers are from the prepared speech session. Toastmaster Sanjay Kumar, Toastmaster Amrita, Toastmaster Kausalya. The qualified speakers from table topic session. Distinguished Toastmaster Sundaram sir, Toastmaster Venkateshan, guest Ramya, Toastmaster Aragiri, Toastmaster Pradeep, Toastmaster Shanmugave, guest Vibha, guest Mridula, Toastmaster Pramod, distinguished Toastmaster Thomas, Toastmaster Shankar, Toastmaster Jayashree, Toastmaster Bharat, Toastmaster Suresh.
Thank you, Timer, for reading out the qualified table topic speaker. There is a link to vote in our WhatsApp group for the best prepared speaker. I request everyone to vote for the best prepared speaker. The link for selecting the best table topic speaker will be posted shortly in the same WhatsApp group. For guests, I believe you'll be provided with a ballot sheet and you can write down the name of the best prepared speaker and the best table topic speaker. And at the end of the meeting, one of us will come and collect the ballot sheet from you and you can cast your vote that way. So thank you to all the speakers who came up to the stage and gave the table topics a very sporting try. Now let's just go back to the theme for a couple of minutes. Like I mentioned, the first technique was to focus on you and your own health. I would also like to mention the second and the third technique that I follow. They are both interrelated in a way. The second technique is write down anything or everything that troubles you or that worries you. Now, Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, in an interview, he said, we don't get stressed out because of the volume of the work that we do. We get stressed out because there is something that is bothering us and we don't know what it is. The moment we know what it is and we visualize it and we come up with a plan to address it, then we start feeling a little bit better. Our mental health improves. So if you write down the things that bother you, either on a piece of paper or maybe on your phone, whichever is convenient to you, and visualize it, that really helps you to address whatever it is that is bothering you. It will make you feel a little bit better. This third thing is, of course, the age-old advice that everybody gives is to plan your day, but to do it the previous day. Of course, there are some people who say that they plan their entire week, but the thing about planning the entire week is that a lot of things could change, and it's not you can have an overall plan, but when it comes to the actual planning, you should always plan the next day today, so that you can go with more confidence once you start the next day. Because as I mentioned earlier, that I was feeling defeated every morning that I woke up, that all the challenges that I was facing was too much for me. But however, if you plan your day well ahead the previous night, then I think that will give you all the confidence that you need to face each and every day and to get the most out of it and to accomplish everything that you want to accomplish. So with this particular note, I would like to hand back the session or the stage to the general evaluator, because we are moving on to the evaluation session and the evaluators will present their evaluations on the prepared speeches that were delivered earlier. Over to you, general evaluator.
Good evening, Toastmasters. Feedback is the key to improvement. Here we are about to begin the most important part of the meeting, which is evaluation. We are about to hear the evaluation. People will be giving feedbacks for the individual speeches, the quantitative feedback for all the speakers, and final, the evaluation report for the whole meeting by myself. So for the prepared speech evaluation, to evaluate first speaker, Toastmaster Sindhil, we have a person who represented Medley at division level. Let's welcome Toastmaster Pravina to evaluate Toastmaster Sindhil.
Good evening, everyone. Toastmaster Sendil is a warrior with a twist. A boom, boom, boom saying warrior. Normally we expect a different kind of attitude from a warrior, but he got in the much surprising twist very early on into the speech. A powerful message, believe in yourself, delivered in the most entertaining of ways, filled with humor, dialogues and anecdotes from his school, college and job experiences, where he had little anecdotes filled with so many characters. Pauses wherever required, especially during the various transitions that we saw in his storyline. And eye contact was much improved, because I remember telling him previously he was always looking up, and this time I found out that he was connected most of the time with all the audience, except for a few cases where I realized he was looking up when he was pensive and trying to recollect whatever he was trying to say. So that was the first recommendation. The second recommendation, like I have mentioned earlier, there were too many dialogues, which was really good, but the vocal variety was missing. Having so many characters, you could have definitely tried using a different vocal voice for the various different characters. Have you ever noticed, Toastmasters, that you always stand like this? Standing at ease, maybe you can ease that and kind of bring to a different stance, which is neither at ease nor too much of attention. Something that is slightly between those two. I think that will go better when you speak. So maybe if you can just keep that in mind. As much as there was purposeful movement on stage, certain cases the movements were slightly unintentional because it was not going with the flow of the speech. You were here, then you decided, okay, there is a transition, so you specifically went there and then you started your speech, and that happened a few times. It will be nice if you can just go with the flow of the speech, and along with it, if you take the movement accordingly. Power of triads. Triads is doing anything thrice. That is the most effective. Anything lesser or more can have a negative impact. Boom, boom, boom was nice to hear it thrice. But beyond that, it became too much of a boom, boom, boom on our head. So generally, that is the rule of 3, the power of 3. So it's always good if we can reduce it to that. So all in all, a great speech with purposeful stage movement, a nice message, a very interesting story. If you can just reduce the unintentional movement and increase your vocal variety, then it's a great speech. Thank you so much.
Now to evaluate the second speaker, Toastmaster Amrita, we have a person, he's an experienced, we have a experienced person from finance background, and he transitioned his career to data scientist. Just now we talked about various algorithms, how we approached. Let's welcome Toastmaster Shankar to evaluate Toastmaster Amrita's speech.
Good way to connect with the people to asking the question. And today I'm super excited. Now you are taking the story from the Sangar Ilakiyam and talk about Avaya, Adiyaman and Thondaiman. I was really impressed about that. Probably I may heard this story at least 100 times, but not everyone has used this particular metaphor with, let's say, for the mentoring. A great job done, Toastmaster Amrita. And second very important thing is, Amrita, not every Toastmasters to come and present the speech in front of their mentor. Today you tributed Toastmaster Pravina in front of you, and also you talk about, let's say, about the transformation, motivation, the inspiration, how she had done, and most of the audience echoed the same. Good job done, Toastmaster Amrita. And second, so far now I had the clarity about, let's say, for what is coach, what is coach and the mentor. You are crystal clear what is coach and what is the mentor. And very important thing is that you have a powerful story and well-structured body language and a powerful closing. That ends your speech. So where you could have, let's say, for great to the greatest speech. The first thing I saw that the most of your speech, it's talk about mentoring, how about the importance, definition, because I saw that most of your time you spent on the definition of the mentoring. What we need there, probably you said about, let's say, a transformation happen with you because of the vocal variety where Pravina has given the hint. Probably that we needed, let's say, for what type of the tip or let's say for given by Pravina to you. And similarly, you also talk about Prada or Anu, you just touch upon them. But it would be good, let's say, for what inspired by them. That's really important. Because I know that, let's say, for your speech ended at, I think, 6th minute. You have 1 more minute. Probably you could have
import some of the powerful stories, so audience like me, that need a lot. And second thing is that your story, the Avaya story was a masterpiece, and you have only 3 characters where you used only Avaya and Tondaiman. Probably you could have played, let's say, for some other character, Tondaiman and Avaya, that would be much more better. And third, very important thing is that today I felt that in some other places you are hesitant to speak, probably a little more practice that would be needed, which I felt that. And last but not least, so as a Toastmaster, we always have unique way of starting the, let's say, for conversation. Whenever this time, what I saw that, you came here and said that good afternoon. I think that is not recorded because you have the powerful story, and after that you also talk about good afternoon. Overall, I completely enjoyed your story. Probably some of the improvement where you could have played some of the role played and a little bit of practice that would be required. But all, the next speech would be a British speech. Over to you.
Now to evaluate the third speech by Toastmaster Kausalya, we have a person. She is a product manager at an MNC. She is a podium finisher at division level on all the contests, and she's a club mentor for the Toastmasters Club Walters Clover. Let's welcome Toastmaster Jayashree to evaluate Toastmaster Kausalya's speech.
Some speeches are like puzzles. You have a lot of incidences that are spread across. But when you stitch them all together, they give a beautiful picture. And today Toastmaster Kausalya unblurred the role of a mentor with a beautiful speech which resembled like a picture. Kausalya, in your speech today, I love 2 major points. One, the authenticity in the speech. It was relatable, it was believable, because she was able to tell her story from the heart, and it meant in every single word. She spoke with smile, confidence and pride when she shared her story as a prodigy. Kudos to you for that. Number 2, which I liked in your speech, is the transition of the stories. It started off with her experience as a prodigy outside Toastmasters. The transition was smooth. It began to what happened within Toastmasters, and towards the end, she was able to touch her other mentors as well. The structuring of the speech made it seamless for us to follow and made it seamless for me to even follow it better. With these 2 points that stood out in your picture speech, I have 4 recommendations which could unclear this picture even more better. Number 1 is to create even lasting visual impact of this speech. I felt you could have used your hand gestures even better. Throughout the speech, in most of the places, you were placing your hand like this. And one hand was active, one hand was little dormant. If you could use your hands wider and then speak freely, probably that would have created a better visual impact for us. Number 2 is you could have added the character names, your mentor names, right from the first episode or even your second mentor who's sitting there, Shankar. You could have brought that before. That would have been a little bit of credible factor introduced in that speech, and it would have also been a moment to show gratitude to him or her in that speech. That's number 2. Number 3 is I felt towards the end, when the picture was getting painted completely, you could have added a bit of frame to make it even more look better, which is your conclusion. You could have given a better, impressive and long-lasting conclusion in your speech, wherein you could have said, yes, think about also some of your mentors who could have helped you to unblur the picture in your life. That would have also made us to get closely connected and would have been a better output overall as a picture. Number 4, I felt there is a blur between what you told as a mentor and a coach to precisely say a coach is meant for a short-term assignment, for a specific purpose. Both of them do guide, but if you have a specific objective for a short term, that is taken care by a coach. But whereas a mentorship is a long-term assignment, that blurriness was there in your speech. If you could clear this out with creating a better visual impact and taking care of adding more details to bring in the credibility factor, and of course with better conclusion, already you have an authenticity in your speech, I'm sure you will go top places.
So we had wonderful 3 evaluations. Now let's hear out the detailed tag reports. I request timer to give the timer report.
So I'll read out the timer report. Toastmaster Sendil, 5 minutes 22 seconds. Toastmaster Amrita, 6 minutes 3 seconds. Toastmaster Kausalya, 6 minutes 59 seconds. Distinguished Toastmaster Sundar Raman, 1 minute 41 seconds. Toastmaster Venkateshan, 1 minute 40 seconds. Guest Ramya, 1 minute 22 seconds. Toastmaster Algiri, 1 minute 13 seconds. Guest Srikesh, 43 seconds. Toastmaster Pradeep, 1 minute 11 seconds. Guest Parthasarathi, 23 seconds. Guest Anirudh, 54 seconds. Toastmaster Shanmugavel, 1 minute 45 seconds. Guest Vibha, 1 minute 33 seconds. Guest Mridula, 1 minute 44 seconds. Toastmaster Pramod, 1 minute 43 seconds. Guest Sri Annapurni, 30 seconds. Toastmaster Amaravanjita, 30 seconds. Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas, 2 minutes 12 seconds. Toastmaster Shankar, 1 minute 5 seconds. Toastmaster Jayashree, 1 minute 15 seconds. Toastmaster Bharat, 56 seconds. Toastmaster Suresh, 1 minute 24 seconds. Toastmaster Pravina, 3 minutes 18 seconds. Toastmaster Shankar, 3 minutes. Toastmaster Jayashree, 3 minutes 19 seconds. That's it.
Now I request accounter to share the accounter report.
Every time I reach this stage, it is a chance to improve myself as a public speaker. Now, Toastmaster Pradeep used R 3 times and 1 repeated word. Toastmaster Bharat used R 3 times and overuse of word like and then. TM Narendra has R 4 times and there are 5 repeats. TM Prasanna Venkatesh had 1 R and 1 repeat. TM Suresh had 1 R. DTM Thomas sir had 1 repeated word. TM Pravina has a clear speech. TM Senthil R 3 times and repeats 4 times. TM Shankar has R 1 time and repeats 2 times. TM Amrita has R so many times and 2 repeats. TM Jayashree has 1 R and 3 repeats. TM Kausalya has 6 R's, 1 and 4 repeat words. TM Harikrishna had 1 R. DTM Sundar Raman sir had clear speech. TM Venkateshan also had a clear speech. Guest Ramya had R 7 times. TM Alagiri had R so many times and 1 Guest Srikesh had R 3 times. Guest Parthasarathi clear speech. Guest Anirudh used R 4 times. TM Shanmugavel clear speech. Guest Vibha used R 4 times. Guest Mridula used R 4 times. TM Pramod used R twice. Guest Sri Annapurni used R 6 times. TM Amaravanjita used R 2 times. Thank you.
Thank you. Now let's hear out the Ramanian report from distinguished Toastmaster Thomas Hilton.
Thank you, G. Today my role was not of the traffic police where they want to catch you making mistakes. I wanted to make sure that you didn't make a mistake. That's why I brought in the pair of improve and improvise. I'm so happy that no one made the wrong choice of improvise. Sounds nice, no? Instead of improve. Thank you for that. And 5 of you used the word in the right place. Compliments. Not a large number, but the purpose is served. Now, I don't have sandwiches here. I'm going to go with pizza, as it happened. TMOD had many expressions, good expressions. The one I liked was, it's a bit contradictory, hang by the skin of my teeth. Look at what all parts of the body comes in one sentence. You know, I liked it. And the imagery of something hanging. A little complex, but made me get up, sit up. Then put a lid on. I like this. You know, the TMOD starts with this theme, then he closes it, like a snake charmer, then he pulls it out. So he said, let me put a lid on the theme. Very nice, very graphic, I thought. The snake will come back, of course it did. Then, see, this is a simple expression. Aspire to be an entrepreneur. Why I said this? I don't think you can improve it. It's the ultimate. If somebody can think about it over tea, I'd be very grateful. A few more expressions like that I heard were apt. Nothing, great. One was abundant freedom. DTM Sundar said that. Similarly, the TT Master said ample opportunities. Again, nothing, heavenly, but you can't improve upon that in my view. So I thought I must bring this out. Then, how you pronounce breath. My breath, I breathe. So when noun becomes verb, the word is the same, but the pronunciation changes. Then, Toastmaster Amita, I didn't have the speed to do this. That poem that you recited was beautiful. And what I liked most, the centerpiece was, follow every rainbow to find your dream. Lovely. Then, Toastmaster Kaushalya, unblur the picture. Again, the feel of it I liked. Unblur the picture. I've never heard it. Unblur, you can unblur many things. This I thought was nice, and it was made made use of in the followed by the evaluator. Then, child in a candy store. The metaphor of the river and the office, including undercurrent. I mean, everything fitted in beautifully. Then, another mistake often made. If I can able to. No. If I can, in that can, the ability is there. If I can do it, or I don't think you can do it. If I am able to, yeah. You drop the can and then bring the able, or the other way. This is one of the top 3 mistakes we make here. Shouting at me like he's yelling at me. It is shouting. He shouted, uncle, please help me. At me, the intent is different. Then I'm also not sure my behavior is like that. We say intents are like that. My behavior is such. Somewhere my hunch is that's the more correct way of saying it. Could able to came from a couple of sources. Then conquer, that is not required. Conqueror, it's not expressed so heavily. Then I like from Pramod, natural stupidity, hustle, make history in the past or in the present. Who is the one who wrote the story? Beautiful. In hot soup, did you say? Good thought. Appetizing. Then, look at these. Concept of time, nature of reality. These came from the metaphysical, metaphorical, metaphysical. Beautiful. Then, one day will do. Then, yes, I must also add the life by itself is an art. Some not exactly as exquisite, Little longer, but it also belonged there. Much more better, no need. Much better. Much better is much better. So I think that's the end of the story. Red has come, and please do not vote for me. Thank you very much.
Now we came to the end of the evaluation session. Here's my general evaluation for the whole meeting. I'll list down the things which I've noted very good in the meeting, then followed by the recommendation. The good things are the stage is set up very well when I came early, so kudos to that, whoever did that. Sergeant at Arms started the meeting on time, exactly on 2:55. There were some changes on last minute role players. XCOM handled very well with backup role players, kudos to that. For the presiding officer, he introduced the guest and acknowledged all the dignitaries. He shared a very motivational message about uncovering the individual's potential. That was very motivational. Toastmasters TMOD, Toastmaster of the Day, Narendra shared a message, tranquility in chaos. He shared few steps how to manage the stress, which we are all able to relate to it because everybody have facing such issues. Facing stress is very challenging. And transitioning from one role player to another role player, TMOD handled very well. For the TT session, all the topics were light and smooth. Kudos to that. And we have so many TT speeches today, and all the speeches, TT session ended at right time. So thanks for maintaining the time. Today we have a very good number of guests. Like they are competing with the actual members here. So kudos to the guest. And voting link for the speaker and for the speaker shared before the evaluation. That was a very good thing because when we see the voting link after the evaluation, we might get biased. So it's shared before the evaluation. Kudos to that. Regarding the recommendation, I request everyone from upcoming meetings to follow, like whoever comes to sit in the front so that there will be space on the back so newcomers can sit in the back. So there will be any middle spaces. And another suggestion is, while calling out the fellow Toastmasters or the distinguished Toastmaster, instead of using TMs and DTMs, let's call it full name, like instead of using acronym, let's go for Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster. So that's all from me, and today we had a very wonderful meeting. Thank you. I hand over the stage to the TMO.
Thank you so much, evaluators, the tag team and the general evaluator for all your feedback. I'm sure that this will improve the quality of the meeting, the upcoming meetings. Is the voting link available? Yes. So I request everyone to vote for the best evaluator, the best tag role player, and the best table topic speaker. I'm sure it's available now. And finally the best role player. So you can take a few minutes to vote for the best in each category. Now while you're voting for the best speakers in the different categories, I would just like to wind up this theme by presenting the last two techniques that I learned. They're very simple and they might sound cliche, but they're very important. The fourth technique is having some recreational activity that you can use to wind down. I'm not talking about a hobby. I'm talking about something recreational. It can be something mind-numbing, something like watching an episode in a Netflix series, or watching something else that could help you wind down your brain, or doing any other recreational activity, right? So find a way to wind down your brain before you go to sleep, because that's one of the problems when people say I'm not able to sleep. It's because your mind is facing with a lot of thoughts. It's not stable. And if you want to lie down and fall asleep, which is very important, like I mentioned at the very first point, you have to first wind down your brain by allowing it to do something that will help it ease out. So that's the fourth technique. And the fifth and the final technique is finding someone to confide in. We all like to pretend that we are strong, but actually, emotionally, we all are vulnerable. And we need someone that go-to person to speak about what we are feeling at any given point of time. Be it something that makes us extremely happy or something that's weighing down on us. We need someone to share our thoughts and our feelings with. And we cannot do it with everyone, definitely not. We need to find a close confidant. For me, it's my mother. I'm sure for each of you, there will be someone with whom you can share all of your emotions at any given point of time. So these are the 5 techniques that really helped me. And once I started implementing them, I started seeing some changes slowly. Still there was some turbulence, but this time I was able to face it more confidently. So I hope that these 5 techniques would be helpful to you. So just a quick summary of it. So first, make sure that you make you and your health the topmost priority. And second, write down anything that is bothering you at any given point of time during the day. And third, plan today the previous day, not on the morning of that particular day. And fourth, have some activity to wind down your mind before you go to sleep. And fifth, have a close confidant to confide your feelings in. So I hope these tips will be helpful to you if you ever face a situation where you are ambushed with a lot of responsibilities at the same time and you're not sure where to start and what to do. So with that, I would like to conclude this theme, and I would like to hand over the control back to the presiding officer, the VP of our club, Toastmaster Bharat.
Thank you, TM Toastmaster Narendra. What a wonderful meeting we had. I would like to appreciate the first time role players, Toastmaster Hari Krishnan, for playing the TT master role. Today we had 2 level 2 completion, for which I would like to appreciate Toastmaster Amrita and Toastmaster Kausalya. And I would also like to thank and appreciate people who have pitched in and took up the role plays at the last time, Toastmaster Pravina and Toastmaster Uma Maheshwar. And now let's move on to guest feedback. Can we have feedback from guest Vignesh? You can come here and share your feedback with us.
Good evening. So I'm after a long time, after my school, is the first time I'm coming to Toastmaster. So currently what is the practice here and everything, I have no idea about it. So just came to see what is happening here. So I came a little late, but I could see that people of various levels in speaking, in delivery, and confidence are here. So I thought that I could also join here and improve myself.
Can you have feedback from one more guest? Is this a good name?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm Sridhar. I'm Sridhar. Good afternoon, everyone. I came to this session for my daughter. I've been a big beneficiary of Toastmasters for a long time. I've been part of this kind of setup for the last 20 years. It's not only me who was benefited out of Toastmasters, I also encourage my team members to take Toastmasters very seriously, and till today, whenever I meet all of them, if at all there is one initiative that they feel that I did well as a manager to them was Toastmasters initiative. What I was doing is, when all these things were going on, I was taking some notes. One thing I found very different in this group is the structure part of it. You guys are structuring it really well. And I was noting down what are the different senses that you guys bring to the table when the second speech and third speech, sorry, I was not able to recollect the names. They were bringing the sense of gratitude. At the end of it, this is not only a professional setup, there should be something personal about it. I was very happy when people were bringing the sense of attitude. I spoke about sense of structure. The third thing is sense of calmness. Right? At the end of it, this is not a recreational activity, right? This is something which is which is a combination of a professional and a personal kind of a mix. I could see a right balance between calmness and whatever it is required to keep the tempo running. It may be a humor, it may be energy, and so on. The third sense is the first speaker who spoke. He brought in the sense of modesty, right? He was ready to call, he was ready to say that I had 15 years. I also had 15 years. But I don't know if I can come to a public forum like this before this, and I can say that I had so many number of years. So I felt the sense of modesty brought in the sense of truth. Right? The last sense is sense of knowledge. The second Toastmaster who spoke about Adiman, that is very close to my heart because I studied in Adiman College of Engineering. So that sense of knowledge came, it came out very naturally. It was not looking like as if you prepared for that, it was just coming out of your brain. As noting on all these things, I think, in summary, it was a fantastic experience for me. I hope my daughter gives a better vote to this club because we are visiting different other clubs. I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much. You made my day.
Thank you. Detailed feedback. Now we'll move on to the results of today's meeting. For the best speaker goes to the person who did boom, 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 Toastmasters and the best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Pravina. The best tag role player goes to the timer, Toastmaster Suresh. And the guest TT speaker goes to Toastmaster Shanmugaveli. And the best role player, the person who found tranquility in chaos, are TMOD Toastmaster Narendra. Thank you. Thank you all for joining today's meeting. An announcement for next week, the first week, we will have the XCOM installation. I request all the members and guests to join for the meeting. With this, the sound of the table, I adjourn meeting number 38. I request all the guests and members to join us for some snacks and tea. Thank you.
Okay.
decide to stay away from something, or you still manage?